Alright folks, welcome back to For Johan, the FM18 Ajax beta save. Things have not particularly improved. We are struggling in the league. We keep losing games last minute and we're doing okay in the Champions League. As you'll see from our results, we lost to Den Haag when you were last with us. We then experimented a little bit and we won in the cup, but that's no real surprise. We could have basically played any system. Then we played 3-0 at home to Vitesse, but again, it was a little bit of a burst of goals, and really they had better chances than us in the latter stages. Then we drew 1-1 with Manchester City. That's a good result, but again, as you'd expect, they properly battered us, really. They probably deserved to win. We took the lead and then conceded 10 minutes later through Bernardo Silva, and then we lost in the last minute to Heerenveen. Guchanejad, excuse my pronunciation, snatching the points away from us. So ultimately, we're not doing particularly well. We're in trouble. Well, I'm in trouble. My position is questionable at best, in my opinion. We really need to put a couple of wins together to get back into the top two, at least the top three. It's just a case of we're just not getting the performances. So system-wise, we're trying this today. We're trying new ones today. So you can see that I've been doing 4-1-2-3s and 4-2-3-1s. So we're going with an attacking 4-1-2-3 with wide players, and you see the instructions there. So we're looking to try and get the ball forward. We basically want to put some intensity into our play. I think we've been a little bit too pedestrian in some cases, and it's hurting us really. I mean, we've got a few issues with the bench. We can't play De Jong. He's picked up another injury. That's the story of his career so far, I think. A little bit of an injury to De Ligt, so we'll get Verber in and swap Veltman over there because he's right-footed. Donny van der Beek, we don't really have a... I mean, we could play Veergiver, but he's not been very good after his whinging. I did have a couple of a team meeting. Players came to me, about 6 of them, saying that they think my position is basically I can't remain at the club. I dispute that. Obviously, it's important that we try and push on. So hopefully we'll have something today against Sparta. I'll see you pitch side. So here we go then. So we're packing that middle. We're trying to control the game and we're trying to exploit the front players as well. So we're trying to get the pace in. Dolberg, Ziyech and Younes are going to be key. Sint-Graven, Schöne and Van der Beek are the men for us in the back. So we really need the players to step up and do the business today. We're coming off the back of an international break, of course, and also we're coming off the back of that very disappointing defeat at Heerenveen. It was, as I say, 94th minute of there should have been 3 minutes added on, so that was a bit of a contentious point as well. And it was a mistake by Veergiver, really. He just dallied on the ball and stood away from it. I think it's vital that we win today, otherwise I could be sacked. So this might well be the final episode of the series, which is shocking, really, given we're only a few episodes in. But that's the fine margins of managing a top side, isn't it? If the worst does happen, then I will look at other options that we could do to continue a beta save, but I'm unlikely to get another good job. I think there's a bit of player pressure in terms of my lack of experience. I don't know if that's maybe a problem with the game. So at the moment, obviously, when you start, that's a cracking finish by Sint-Graven. Fantastic goal from him. 25 yards, Yarder drilled into that bottom left-hand corner. Very nice. But yeah, just maybe a little bit too much player power in terms of their willingness to give you time to settle into the job when it's your first go. Because obviously you haven't got a history. So, yeah, years down the line, if you have lack of experience at managing a top level club, then maybe. But when you're straight into the game, it seems a little bit harsh to say we don't believe in your lack of experience. So I've never had the players on side. Whether that'll change or not, if we can recover, this might be the beginning of something. A goal inside 5 minutes, or it could be another false dawn. We'll see. But I just have to cross the fingers. Cross the fingers with me. Let me know in the comments, what do you do? I keep changing the system because it's just simply not working. It's not because I want to keep changing it. I always play Once I settle on a system, I will play that system throughout. So I like to be a settled team. But it's just not been a possibility to do it, in all honesty, as much as I'd like to. And we've rapidly approached half-time. 42 minutes, they win the ball. It's Goodwin, it's a very Dutch name. He goes back to Dougal. Are we playing the Dutch team? They've got Dougal and Goodwin. My word. Doesn't sound Dutch to me. Anyway, Dougal brings it clear. Gives it to, that's more like it, Brogno. And it's Verhaar. And Goodwin, I fear the worst. They've had the ball for quite some time. Crossed in, that's the one that's just going to be flicked away from the goalkeeper. Crossed, and then another cross. I think we've seen that about 20 times in videos. Headed, or rather, palmed over the crossbar by the goalkeeper. And that should be okay for half-time. That is half-time then, so we'll have a word with the players and tell them to stay focused. Dykes looks stressed. Well, I mean, he wants to try managing the team, doesn't he? Again, he still looks stressed. You know, if he doesn't want to be stressed, he should take a different job. Because, quite simply, football is a stressful game, and we need to win. And we are winning, so at least that's something. 9 shots to 2. We're in control of the game. Let's get out there second half and take the game away from Sparta and try and push up that league table. I feel if we can get 2 or 3 wins on the bounce, that'll push us back into the chasing pack, and it gives us something to build on at least. You know, I'd almost surrender the Champions League. Dobson. So they've got Dobson, Dougal. Although they haven't got Dobson anymore, but Dobson, Dougal, and Goodwin. Very strange. They must have a lot of English loanees. Or Scottish loanees, perhaps with those names. Here we go. So no excuses at this stage. We're fully in control of the game, and they're down to 10 men now. So we should be able to absolutely blow them away. Here's Schöne to Dolberg. He goes wide out to Oriola. And Younes heads in. So within a minute or so of Sparta dropping to 10 men, we score a second and have a real air of comfort about the scoreline. So maybe this is a system that we're going to employ. This, you know, it's been good. I don't know. I've ignored the rest of the division because it's just been quite hard reading. So I don't actually know where Sparta are. I don't think they're having a particularly good year. So we can't read into this too much. It's going to be, it's going to have to be a big effort for us to get back in. And that's a good strike again from Sinkgraven, his second of the game. Decent strike, decent connection. And we scored 2 goals in a few minutes after the red card. So we're certainly exploiting that extra man. Van der Beek giving it to Dolberg unselfishly. Well, I say unselfishly, he did strike it, didn't he? I thought he passed it. It was deflected back to Sinkgraven, and he made no mistake from that distance. So, okay, so let's make some changes then as we start to see tiredness. Obviously, this is quite an intensive tactic with the extra closing down that we're asking the players to do. So we've got to keep in mind that we're going to be tiring out the players just a little bit more. So let's get De Jong on. We've scored again in the background. Apologies. Let's get Huntelaar on as well. I should have paused it, shouldn't I? That's an error. I didn't think it was worth it. Sinkgraven hat-trick. Let's see it in the replay. So Schöne gave it to Van der Beek. Crossed it deep, and Younes wins the header. Dolberg, what does he do here? Chests it, nods it down, and Sinkgraven just absolutely launches one into that top left bin and gets his hat-trick. It's been good. It's been a good result. We're showing a bit of authority here. This could be a confidence-boosting win and really help us to push on and put the disappointments of the opening few months behind us. As I say though, it's all well and good, but winning one game, it's important. We just got to put a few wins together, and Younes makes it 5. Headed in from Ariola's cross. That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good goal, in fairness. So this seems good to me. I'm quite pleased. Here we go. And so Ziyech, you see on the replay, lots of space for Oriola. I can't say his name. And Younes makes no mistake heading in off underside of the crossbar. So 15 minutes played. I think we'll make a change. To be honest, I prefer this screen for making my changes. I need the pitch layout so I can see where the players are and the full details. I struggle otherwise. I think what we'll do is we will bring on... Who shall we bring on? I think we're going to get Veergiver on for Dykes. Just a few minutes to play. You can see in the stats it's been a much better performance, albeit against 10 men of Sparta. There still might be more to come. We just need to make sure we press this into the next game rather than letting it abandon and losing 1-0 in the last minute or drawing with a team at the bottom half. This is what I expect us to be doing to all of the smaller sides in the division every week. It's not been happening. That's a naughty foul by Florinus. Shake your fist. So we're just playing out time now. 15 seconds or so to play. Eunice tries to cross, doesn't deliver. Huntelaar comes deep. Eunice back to him. De Jong tackled by Vrens. Oh, Vrend. And that's full time. Fantastic. So 5-0. That's a highlight. It's going to be worth. So I'm not going to be dismissed today. That's for sure. Or at least it'll be very, very harsh, I feel, if we are dismissed after a 5-0 victory. Yeah, Sparta are bottom. So I think that tells you everything you need to know. That win should boost us into, I don't know, the top 6 or so. And then it's up to us to really press on. And a couple of achievements. We've got a thumping and a hat-trick achievement, thanks to Sinkgraven's treble. And that does, it put us in 6th place. There's a few teams with games around us. I mean, you can see we've got the best, I know the teams have got games to play, we've got the best goal difference in the league. So perhaps we have been a bit unfortunate with the results. I just don't feel we've been playing particularly well. So I'm unwilling to say we have been unlucky. See that we've been so inconsistent. I don't think we've won back-to-back league games. That's not the mark of any kind of champion at all. We were away at Feyenoord next in the league, so that's not going to be that's not a great one to follow up a good win. But we have got Copenhagen, so if we can put 2 wins together now, then hopefully we can push on and get the system confidence growing. In fact, we're playing Feyenoord and then Willem. And Willem are top 2 as well. In fact, they're top. They've taken over at the top of the league over Feyenoord, so it's going to be very difficult for us. Verba picks up an injury. We'll let him be treated. And yeah, so where shall we return? I think we'll come back. Where are we? We're the 14th October. So I think we'll come back. We'll do a Champions League game, shall we? Monaco at home in the Champions League. Get some more games out of the way. And hopefully we'll be on a bit of a run now. 5-0. Good goals. Good clean sheet. Happy days. Fantastic. All right, so I'll be back for Monaco. Thank you very much for watching. Please do drop a like on the video and subscribe. I'll see you again very soon. Goodbye.